machine. Get my electronic dream. Sound producer, ain't no loser. Got my sound producer, ain't no loser. I'll be a pharaoh soon. Roots from some cartoon. Things will be different there. The sun will rise from here. Then I'll be 10 feet tall. And you'll be nothing at all. Yeah, I got my down machine. I got my electronic dream. Sound producer, ain't no loser. Got my sound producer, ain't no loser. I said the sound producer, sound producer. Yeah, the sound producer, sound producer, sound producer.
Hello and welcome back to another very extremely riveting episode of the Snackin' with Jack podcast. I am your host, Jack Sass. And as usual, I'm joined by the invisible Pepis Jones.
Hello.
I let you say hello today.
Yeah, you didn't let me last time.
I know, I'm sorry. I was so excited to have Mike on last time that I completely forgot all about you. I forgot that you were even there. You know, it happens. It happens.
Pepis Jones, and then, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, well, you're here all the time, so I just get used to it, I guess. I don't know. And I forget to introduce you. Introduce you. Introduce. I don't know. Words are not my friend tonight. But speaking of guests that we've had on the show before, if you can remember back when this little show first started out, I've had this guest on a couple of times. He's always helped me out with music selection and whatnot.
Happy birthday.
It is the venerable Tom. He
Hey.
is back again.
How you doing? Whoop.
Happy birthday.
Oh, see you saying happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
That's awesome.
Oh, yes.
I get a happy birthday. That's great. So, how you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great. We're doing pretty fantastic.
Pretty fantastic.
Yeah, man. Just doing what everybody does. Going to work, coming home.
Yeah, it seems to be the story as of
trying
late.
trying to find time for the stuff we enjoy.
Yeah, well, as long as you're finding time, that's what counts.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But glad to have you on the show tonight, and you had requested to be on the show for this one a long time ago when I first started the greatest guitar solo of all time contest, because you had recommended to me the Cardiacs, which is in this block, I guess.
yeah. There. You said this was like the last one today, right?
This is the last one
Okay.
before for this round.
Cardiacs are they're a band out of England, started like I think in the mid 70s, like 73, 72, somewhere in there.
Oh, a long time ago then.
Yeah, and not a whole they don't get nearly the clout or nearly the recognition that they deserve. And I'm here to afflict them on everyone I can.
All right. Well, we'll take it. They're going up against Funkadelic with let's see, what song am I playing by them? Maggot Brain, which is like a 10-minute song. So once again, we get a very long. I mean, but then again, if you're gonna have like an epic guitar solo, it's usually going to be a long song. So you're writing a masterpiece,
Right.
So,
I think with this whole greatest guitar solo thing, Well, what I've been finding as I've been listening along is there's a lot of songs. Like even sometimes if I put in if I suggested one of the songs, sometimes I'm choosing the other song because I'm listening along and I'm like, hey, you know what? No, that song's fantastic, or that is a
Yeah,
great solo. There's no reason why, you know,
yeah, and
uh,
I
it shouldn't win.
completely.
And then we get weirdo wins like Corey Hart.
Oh yeah, that was kind of odd. I think that one's actually winning in the with the votes as well. I haven't tallied them up completely yet, but I believe that one is ahead in its category. So that was kind of odd with that one. But yeah, I pitted them together completely at random. So I guess that was the best way to do it, because if I would have put them together based off of similarity or anything like that, I don't think it would have worked out quite as good as it has. So we have that. We have the greatest guitar solo of all time contest coming up later. We'll have, Daniel's here. Pepis is here. She's just being quiet because I don't feel like she has anything to say.
Just invisible.
She is invisible today. But yeah, it's gonna be a great show, and a couple of things for news wise. My 252nd day of sobriety just so happens to fall on today, which is my birthday. So I'm
Happy
pretty
birthday.
excited about that. I wish it would have fallen in like on 250 or like a round number like that. It would have been great. But thanks for wishing me happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
No, I wasn't saying that sarcastically. I was saying it to Tom because he did
don't-
say it. No, yeah.
Oh,
You were looking
Tom
at me like,
said
oh,
it.
I'm sorry. I didn't say happy birthday.
If Tom said it, I had to say it too.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's only fair.
We could sing, Pepis. Do you want to sing?
Yeah, please don't. We're not gonna, like, it's bad enough people have to listen to me on the show, and they're gonna have to listen to you guys sing. Especially Peeves.
Yeah, my grating, high-pitched voice.
Yeah, I wouldn't really necessarily call it high pitched. You are my child, after all.
Well, it used to be high-pitched, very high-pitched.
Yeah, when
I
you were
sounded like
like
a
6.
helium balloon.
I got my own room now.
No.
But yeah, let's see. A whole lot of crap going on in the news, and I normally don't cover the news because, well, it's depressing as shit. But this has been a very interesting past couple of weeks. Obviously, we had an assassination attempt on a former president, which is something that happens about every 30 years. So, that's kind of different. And it has completely turned the entire election process around, or the whole thing, because now, just today, the current president is not going to be running for re-election. He has dropped out of the race.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know, that's pretty big news, I think. And that's about as much as I'm going to touch on that, because, well, there's no point. Everybody already knows. You guys already know. Y'all watch the same shit as everybody else. But I'm hoping maybe I can find some other like news stories that are funner and, more lighthearted that we can get into later that maybe you haven't heard. So
It's funner a word.
if it isn't, I just made it one.
Okay.
Because what I speak, I'm omnipotent. I'm like, I'm like,
Sure.
I'm like God. If I speak it, it goes into existence, right? Mm-hmm. That's how it works.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, let's get the show going, and we'll get some more music going, and then we'll come back with I don't know, God knows what. So
Jack knows what.
yeah, thank you. I like that. I like that a lot. Yes, I am here. I am the alpha
No.
and Jack.
Yep, and the
Jack Eggo.
Nope. I made a mistake.
Yes, you did. Anyway, here's the Pixies, Gloria. And sudden ending to that song. Psychedelic Furs with Pulse. Good song. So my previous co-host that I used to have on the show would have absolutely hated that song because it had a saxophone in it.
Saxophone in it.
But
It's not enough saxophone in music.
yeah, so I'm fine to play it now. I don't have a reason not to. And I always wanted to do an episode with her where it was just I don't know, like torture for her, I guess. But it would have been all in good fun. Now it would be just torture. But yeah, that's different. Whatever. But yeah, we're here. We're having a good time. Already, I had 3 great songs playing. So yeah.
I've been on this big like 77 to 1980s punk kick lately. And like
not a
I
bad
just
kick.
decided that I'm gonna make a playlist and it's gonna be just 77 to 80, which is like a really seems like a short amount of time. There's over 400 songs in the playlist.
Oh yeah, there was so much like it was during that time. It was, yeah. I mean, it was probably one of the most developmental periods in music.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
I
I
mean,
think this like the sevens are real big for some reason. Like you have 77, you have the like you have punk rock, and then like as you get into like the early 80s when punk rock is kind of going away and the post-punk stuff is starting,
yeah,
like but then you have hardcore is kind of starting to build, and then by like 97 or by 87 like all the big New York hardcore bands have like come into their own. Like not that they weren't around in like early in the earlier 80s, but like that's when like a lot of really like seminal albums started coming out. And then in 97, like when it started to get a little more metallic, like into the hardcore stuff, bands like Earth Crisis and Snapcase and stuff like that, like right around
a little more
97
industrial.
is like when that stuff like
Yeah,
really hit. And it's kind of weird the way it cycles through like that. Like it seems like every 10 years. Because then if you go back to like 67, you have like when the Beatles are like really hitting their experimental stride and stuff like that. And
yeah, and then you got a lot of the harder bands like Black Sabbath, Deep Purple coming
right.
into their own
Yep.
around about that time. And yeah, I could see that. And it's usually around the transition of a decade too. Like 89 to 90 to 91 was pivotal for change in music. I mean,
Right. That was the
especially
grunge
in the
and
mainstream.
yep. Yep, all the big grunge movement. And again, a lot of those bands were around for 2-3 years before that, but
Yeah.
that's when like they kind of hit their stride.
It seems like every decade brings in some sort of major change. I don't know. But yeah, the sevens, and that's always been very, very pivotal in music because obviously we have the whole 27 thing that all
Yeah.
the famous musicians that have passed away at 27 years old. That
Who's
7 is
who's
just
the
a very
most
important
recent
number.
member of the 27 Club?
Oh shit, I don't know. I know who it isn't. It's not Donald Sutherland.
No.
He was about 100, I think. Let's see. Oh, we've had quite a few people pass away in the past couple of weeks. One that I was very upset by was Bob Newhart. He just passed away a couple of days ago,
Yeah.
and I grew up watching. I don't even remember the name of the show. I think it was his name, the Newhart.
Well,
Bob
there
Newhart show or
was two.
something.
There was the Bob Newhart show, and then there was Newhart, which was, I think, the first one.
Yeah,
And
that's where
what
like,
I
he
always loved about the
owned a-
second one, like the way the second one ended, is one of my favorite television experiences ever.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it, and since I was like a wee little lad, but it's it was very influential in me growing up, especially with his dry just delivery of humor, his deadpan. It was just very good, and a lot of people my age or younger probably remember him from the movie Elf. So
Oh, he's Papa. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I looked at a picture of him and I was like, oh, wait, I've seen him somewhere. And then I looked him up and I was like, oh, Elf.
Yeah. So, Yeah, unfortunately with that one. And then let's see, we also had Shannon Doherty passed away not too long ago from a very long fight with breast cancer.
Yeah.
So very, very unfortunate, but she was very at peace with that, I guess.
Kevin Smith wrote up a really, really like just like touching, nice thing about her on his Instagram page. That was just
Yeah,
like very like, you know, Shannon and I, we met because of Mallrats, and it was great. The reason that Mallrats had any success whatsoever was because she was in it, because that
yeah,
was
big
like
name.
right when 90210 was huge. Um,
They
I
had a
mean,
lot of people from those shows on their in their movies. Let's see.
Heather's.
Yeah. Uh, what was his name? I'm just drawing a blank today. I worked all day, so I'm really tired. So it's like my
So,
brain is just not working the way that it should be.
sorry, I mean, it's me all the time.
Shelley Duvall.
Oh yeah, Shelley Duvall. That was another big one, and but her story is so sad. Like it's just I'm hoping that she's finally at peace. Just yeah, with her mental health, pretty much her entire life, it's just horrible.
There's a documentary that Stanley Kubrick's wife did about The Shining.
Yeah,
Um, and like, there's way too much time devoted in that documentary to Kubrick just berating Shelley Duvall, just like
yeah.
yelling at her for like missing lines, just getting on her about like missing cues and
I
stuff
mean,
like that. And
honestly, it was horrible the
yeah,
way she was treated during the entire thing. And then, like at the end, he's just thinking it's going to be okay. I'll just apologize to her, and it's like it was all just for you to method act, and it was just like, oh man, that's like you drove her into insanity pretty much.
yeah,
It's just
yeah. It's called
yeah,
abuse, Stan.
yeah. It's literally what the movie was about. Uh, like, geez. She was already living it in the movie. You didn't have to make her live that in real life while she was filming it as well. But yeah, he passed away a long time ago, so I guess he got into his own. But yeah, I think that's enough.
Of the sad.
Disappointing news. We'll move on to something different. I pulled up a story here about there's a museum in Arizona that tells the stories of ancient animals through their fossilized poop. And the name of this place is great. Like, if you had to guess, Pepis, I'm looking at you. If you had to guess what the name of this museum would be, just think it's an animal poop museum. What would you name it?
Animal Poop Museum.
All right, it's pretty original, and I guess that's very close to the actual name because the actual name is Pooseum. So, and yeah, so they have all sorts of different things. About 7,000 different samples of fossilized poop are on display in this museum, which opened last May. It's yeah,
I guess they like. I mean, just like any fossil. But my question would be like, how do you tell it from just any other rock?
yeah, that's a good question.
You lick it.
Well, it's still
Taste
going
it.
to taste like a rock.
Taste test.
But I mean, if you think about it, yeah, it's gonna smell like a rock. It's gonna taste like a rock. It's gonna look like a rock. It's gonna feel like a rock. But I guess maybe it's in the shape of a poop. I don't know. Let's see. The museum's president and curator, Mr. George Franson, had bought his first chunk of fossilized feces from a shop in Moab, Utah, when he was 18. He had already loved dinosaurs and fossils, but had never heard of fossilized poop. So from that point on, his fascination grew. And he says, it was funny. It was gross. But I learned very quickly it could tell us so much about our prehistoric past and how important they are to the fossil record. And they actually have a name for fossilized poop, like a fancy scientific name. And it's called coprolites. I did not know that. I'm
Now
learning
that you
something
said
new.
that word, I am 99.9% sure that I have a really good friend in the area that has coprolites that like has that
That's,
like
I
in like
don't
a
know.
display case with other fossils and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure he does.
Like, I can only imagine, like, I don't know. I used to hunt a lot, so there's a couple of times I've been out in the woods and there wasn't a bathroom handy. So I would, squat and lay a log down out in the woods. And I can only imagine if like 10, 15,000 years from now, or even longer than that, I guess, it has to fossilize. Well, I guess things can fossilize in that amount of time. But say a million years from now, somebody's walking through this area that I just dumped in a million years before, and they found my log. How would they know it came from me? Like, they know what animals these poops came from. Like, they got Tyrannosaurus Rex poop and termite poop. Well, termite poop, I guess I can understand. That's going to be pretty small. Well, let's see. Yeah, okay. So he's got one here. It's the highlight of his collection, and I can see why. It's a specimen that holds a Guinness World Record for being the largest coprolite left by a carnivorous animal, which measures more than 2 feet long and over 6 inches wide, and is believed to be from a T-Rex. So that's massive. Massive. That's bigger than a 2-liter bottle. That's
So up here in Philadelphia, we have the Mutter Museum,
yeah.
and it's mostly medical oddities and stuff like that. And one of the first things that I've been there in a long time, but one of the first things that kind of accosts you when you first walk in is the world's largest distended colon
Hmm.
from a human.
Delicious.
Dude, it's ridiculous how big this thing is.
I I
like
can
it's
imagine.
terrifying. Like,
I I don't know.
like
Like, I've
how
had
long did
some
you
pretty
have to
good
hold it in to
sized
get it
ones.
that big?
But yeah. Or what are you eating? Like, just a strict diet of just beef and cheese? I don't know.
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
just straight cheese. No, just eating cheddar by the block.
It's not a
And
diet, it's the chiat.
it's like I haven't had a bowel movement in 13 years. It's been great.
Unless you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am lactose intolerant, but I still eat a lot of cheese.
So do I. But
And
I'm not.
I guess it does have the opposite effect on me than normal cheese does. Or normal cheese.
I'm
The
sorry.
normal people. Normal cheese eating people. Because, yeah, it cleans me out. I eat cheese, but, that's just me. But if I get the lactose free cheese, yeah.
Milk and yogurt. I can't eat.
Well, I have to eat yogurt.
That's because you're an old man.
Oh, thank you. Uh, I'm glad that you're here to inform me of that on my birthday.
Yeah, and
I
you're
was just
old
one
now.
more year older, and yeah, I'm really thrilled about that.
You call me a 70-year-old man.
That's because you act like one.
It's not my fault. Sorry, I hit the microphone.
How is it not your fault? You take 100% of the blame of how you act. And nobody else's fault.
You raised me.
No, not like this. I didn't. No.
Sorry. I'm trying to make myself like this.
Yeah, we got this different type of grape soda today that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know.
But
Is it
thanks for
not
wanting snacks.
Fago?
And no, it's not Fago.
Boo.
We do get Fago down here, believe it or not.
Really?
But it's called Olipop. I don't know. Olipop. It's classic grape. It's a new kind of soda. It's got prebiotics, botanicals, and plant fiber in it, so I guess it's supposed to be healthy. I don't know. My girlfriend bought it for us and had it shipped to our house today, and I'll tell her not to do that again.
No. It was me. It was all me.
Oh, okay. Uh, I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. You know, it's the thought that counts, right? Yeah, I appreciate it.
I couldn't go out to get you stuff, so I had her ship stuff to the house.
Yeah, Pepis decided that she was going to. Well, I already knew that you were going to make me dinner for when I got home from work, which was good.
You hesitated.
I was trying to think about what I was going to say next. I wasn't okay. No, I wasn't hesitating because of that. It was good. I liked it. She made me a shrimp pasta with lemon and butter and all
There's
that.
potatoes in the microwave that we didn't eat.
Did you microwave potatoes?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I just remembered. I was like, we were supposed to have a side with that.
Well, I was full just from the pasta, so I guess it worked out all right. We can have the potatoes when we're done recording this, I guess.
Whoops.
Way to go, Pepis.
That in Peeps' defense, that happens all the time here. Where we'll make dinner, have it out for everybody. Because when we're all here, there's 6 of us in the house.
Yeah.
So, you know, when Dana and I have all the kids here, so we'll get everything ready, and of course, you know, we're all running around like idiots trying to figure out everything, and then you know we go through and we eat, and then the next day or 2 days later or something, somebody will go to use the microwave. We're like, ah, shit, there's peas in here, or oh no, there's
Oops.
you know, fill in the blank. You know, and at that point they're all fuzzy, and you have to completely clean out the microwave. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, they taste
Yummy.
fine, but
Well, yeah, you know it happens. Like you were running around, you're busting ass making that pasta and the shrimp and everything like that, and I'm losing my voice. What the hell? Okay, and you know, so I could see you forgetting the potatoes in the microwave, they're still in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got excited
Well-
to show you the pie that I got you, and then
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. That's what I was trying to get to that point. I forgot all about it because you reminded me that there were potatoes in the microwave.
anyways.
And she had, because she couldn't leave the house because she doesn't have a vehicle. Because, you know, not that I guess you could, but it was raining all day and stuff, so I wouldn't expect you to walk to the store. But she decided that she was going to get me a key lime pie. And if everybody knows, I love key lime pie. I specifically had to get one when I was down in the Florida Keys earlier this year, and it did not live up to expectations, but it was still
really
good.
that great.
It was good. It just wasn't the best pie I've ever had. But it's the only time I've ever had pie in the Keys. So I guess that's it. I don't know.
is key lime pie named after the Keys?
Well, it's named after the key lime.
That's from the Keys?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't research it. I just know I like it.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, because you know, you go down to
Oh,
the
Pepis has
Sorry.
got
to
the
the Keys
Google
and you
out.
get key lime pie. Like, I had always assumed that's where it started.
Yeah, I would imagine. I
Right.
mean, Florida's known for its citrus. When we were down there was a whole bunch of just citrus stands along the side of the road. And like, buy oranges here, and then they like one that had free orange juice tasting, and they didn't. They lied. They didn't even have real oranges in the stands. They were plastic. I was like, what is this? Yeah. But they had real live baby gators, though. They did have that.
They did.
They did not falsely advertise that.
Mexico, Central America, and South America is not associated with the Keys.
Well, you learn something new every day. All right, so it's Mexico lime pie.
And
Right.
I was today years old.
I wonder
Learning.
Well,
what.
the key limes are native. I forgot about key lime pie. Hold on.
What were you looking up?
The key limes to see where they're grown.
Oh, so key lime pie is made in Florida. That's native to the Keys.
Yeah, it's Key West.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
My
So
bad.
okay. So the limes themselves come from Central America,
Mm-hmm.
and then
The pie.
they ship them to the Keys where they make pie in Florida, and then okay.
Do they have a big like key lime pie factory? We didn't get to go to Key West.
No, yeah, the weather was terrible, so it wasn't terrible.
It was
just it was
terrible.
really windy, and I didn't feel like driving on the Keys highway there that goes over the ocean and everything, and kind of I don't know. It seemed sketchy and dangerous, so I didn't really want to put the family through that.
I
So,
was so excited to go to Key West
well,
because I wanted to go to that one museum that has Robert the Doll in it.
yeah. Well, we can do that some other time.
I like Robert the Doll. It's my
Yeah.
favorite
Well, he
doll.
doesn't like you. He doesn't like anybody.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Just make sure that you don't take anything from him or something like that, or I don't know.
Well, I already have dolls. I don't.
Yeah, you have too many.
I like them. I'm gonna have more.
No.
I want a bookshelf for them.
No. Well, you have your own room now.
Yeah, exactly. No, no.
I have my own room now.
That's Trump.
I'm
Childhood
going to
trauma.
have to explain the backstory behind that because it's like 3 episodes now that I've
said
said
that,
that.
including Abacus saying that too.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll just go ahead and explain it. So, when we moved into our house here, when we first moved in North Carolina, Pepis got her own bedroom, and you were what, like 7,
7 or 8, yeah.
6 or 7, actually, I think.
Really?
It was about 12 years ago. So, 6 or 7. Somewhere in there. I guess it doesn't matter. But either way, you had this annoying, grating voice. It was horrible.
I know.
And as she was explaining to her grandmother on the phone. Well, not even, I don't even think you were explaining. Your mom was talking to her mom on the phone, and you just wandered in, and just out of the blue was like, "I have my own room now." Oh, really like high pitched, and it was
I
hilarious.
think I was telling my uncle.
Somebody, but yeah, we just made fun of you for it forever.
Yeah. And then you made a remix of it.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, it got recorded, so I was able to. Oh man, if I could find that.
It's on Facebook.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, next episode, guys, be prepared. I'm making a song out of it. You should have never said anything. I would.
I gotta say that's one thing that my parents never had anything as permanent as Facebook. Like you could lose a picture of you when you were in the bathtub as a little kid or something like that. You could throw it away so that they couldn't show anybody. But whew, man, is Facebook permanent?
Oh yeah. Well, as Pepis is about to find out, yes, it is.
Well, I've gone through the entirety of both yours and Mom's Facebook.
Oh, well, I am sorry. So I don't
sorry,
know.
Mom.
I'm kind of glad that there isn't anything out there for me. I don't think there's any recordings of me when I was a child and I had a voice that was nothing like the one that I have now.
Well, I would assume so. The kid walking around with the deepest voice you've possibly heard.
Yeah. Well, by the
Hey,
time I was
guys, how's it
about
going?
12 or 13, this voice came along.
Yeah, but like a 7 or like a 2-year-old. Hey guys,
But I woke
I
up with
want
this
some
voice.
apple juice.
It wasn't as deep, obviously, as it is now. Like now, I sound like I'm a 65-year-old African American man. But before that,
Okay.
I just had a deeper voice. It actually sounded a lot like Harrison Ford. People would always tell me, "Wow, you sound like Harrison Ford. Say this and whatnot." I was like, "No ticket."
Who's Harrison Ford?
Ah,
What?
Again, which one? Which guy is that?
What?
I can wait.
You know who Harrison Ford is?
Yeah, but I can't picture where he's from.
I don't know, California, I think.
No.
Oh, you mean like in movies?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Han Solo?
Oh.
Indiana Jones?
Indiana. He played Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Oh.
What, like Clear and Present Danger? He was Jack Ryan, and those movies. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else he's in.
Nice.
Witness. Blade
Oh
Runner.
yeah, that was a good one. Blade Runner, yeah,
Yeah.
that one's big. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where he was from. Okay,
The
I know who
Fugitive-
Harrison Ford is.
I mean, Han Solo. Come on.
I don't watch Star Wars.
Well, you don't have to watch Star Wars to know who Han Solo is.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh goodness.
My uncle made me watch it a lot as a child.
Yeah. It's unfortunate you're gonna have to move out.
Oh man, I'm on the lease.
Not anymore. On that bombshell, I don't even remember what I was saying anymore. We're just going to go ahead and play some music because you just destroyed my entire train of thought. I even said plane of thought. That's how you messed me up so much.
I'm sorry. I know who Harrison Ford is, everybody, okay? I'm sorry.
I don't believe you do.
No, I know who Han Solo is.
Yeah, who is he?
He's that one guy that wears the vest in Star Wars.
It looks like all the Pumpkin Spice Girls.
Pumpkin Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Is that like the new
you ever
band?
see that thing where there's like all the women that are obviously named some form of Ashley, and they're all dressed almost identical, and they have like a vest on, and then they have brown pants and high boots, and they
the Ugg
all
boots.
look like they're dressed like Han Solo.
Yeah. I never put that together. All right, I was like, what went through my head when you said the Pumpkin Spice Girls was I was picturing the Spice Girls dressed up as pumpkins. Because that's how my brain works now. It was like pumpkin spice,
what you really, really want.
cinnamon spice, I don't know, like apple spice. They're all just different candles now.
You like the apple candles.
I do like the apple cinnamon candles all year round.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, let's play some music. 'Cause I don't know what the hell we're talking about. So let's play some damned Melody Lee. Shit.
Hey, Troy.
Okay, I'm in love with the girl that wants to stop another man. I can't stop her. I'm a customer. I'm a customer. I'm a customer. I want a cigarette. I'll take sugar less. You sell watermelons. I'm a customer. I'm a customer. Customer. I'm a customer. Yeah, can I get change? Where are the Twinkies? What's on sale? I'm a customer. I'm a customer. I'm a customer. I'm a customer. I love you.
Yay. Replacements. Customer. Yes.
It's a fun song.
It is. It was a very fun song.
Go, 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 go. Done.
Replacements, they were very versatile. A very wide range of musical style going on in that group. Good stuff, though. What did we have before that?
The Damned.
Oh, yeah, The Damned with Melody Lee. I've played them on here before. Well, a snippet, actually. I don't think I've actually played them. I think I've only done a snippet during Jack's Double Snacks segment.
Oh, for the Nirvana Killing
Come As
Joke
You Are,
slash-
and
yeah.
the other
I,
one.
I'm trying to think of the first time I was on. I think we might have played Love Song
Oh, that's possible.
by them.
But none of those episodes exist anymore, unfortunately, so I don't know.
But anyway,
Can't go back and check.
The Damned are still playing, which is awesome because they're one of the original 3 UK punk bands.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, see The Damned.
Oh, I would love to.
I'd
be damned if I
Dana
didn't.
and I saw them in November, I think. November or October.
Oh, really?
And they were phenomenal. Just don't miss a beat. They're great.
No, I'm jealous. Yeah.
Speaking of bands, you know what tickets we have to get?
Oh, what's that?
We have to get Set It Off tickets.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm so excited about that.
I am excited.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. No, I'm actually excited for you. I will take you to that show. I mean, it's your favorite band, so
And it's
Yeah.
like right here in town.
it may not be my musical taste, but it's yours. So
I
will-
went to Nirvana.
You went to Nirvana.
Yeah, okay. Well, still.
I mean, which they did a really good job. I'm still I'm blown away by how good they did, and I actually am hoping they come back around here again soon. I mean, they're from North Carolina originally, from the Charlotte area, so hopefully
Oh,
they'll
that's
come
not
back
far
down
away.
around here. Right now, they're playing in Michigan. Actually, I've been following them, so
There's
Great.
a lot of the tribute bands that are amazing.
yeah,
Like-
I was really surprised.
Like around
And-
here, we have this band called Get the Let Out, and I mean, and they do full tours as as this thing. Now they're like they book themselves as like a Led Zeppelin experience band, so like they have like 4 guitar players and like all
just
this
to match the
So like
sound.
they recreate exactly what goes on
That's
exactly
awesome.
what happened on the album. But I mean, there's them. There's there used to be this really great Black Sabbath cover band around here called Sabracadabra, that for all intents and purposes were Black Sabbath. Like they sounded just like them. Their shtick was just like them.
So we're talking like the Ozzy era or the Dio era,
They play the
or they do both.
first album, so they just say they play Black Sabbath, and then they do a couple Ozzy era songs after, like a couple of the other Ozzy era songs, but they
that's
play the
cool.
first album front to back.
That would be good to see. Actually, I would like that. There's one. There's a lot here in North Carolina coming out of like the Charlotte and Raleigh area lately. There's a Tool cover band, a Smashing Pumpkins. A lot of them just from the '90s. There's a Stone Temple Pilots one. Foo Fighters. We saw that one. Foo for You. We saw them open for Nirvana, so that was pretty good. There's an Alice in Chains one, which I wouldn't mind seeing, but because I love Alice.
And it wasn't
Chains.
Godsmack. That's what they started out as.
That's why I was thinking when you said the Led Zeppelin one, I was like, well, why doesn't just Greta Van Fleet just do that?
I
mean,
know,
they already
right?
sound like Led Zeppelin anyway.
And
yeah,
then there's a band that I actually follow on Instagram called Motor Babe. That's an all it's an all woman Motorhead tribute.
That would be interesting.
And they're great.
So, like, okay. I mean, obviously, Lemmy has a very distinctive voice. Like,
Yeah,
it sounded like he smoked a carton of cigarettes an hour
I mean,
for his entire
it's not.
childhood.
They're not Motorhead, like obviously,
Yeah.
but they're hitting all the musically they're hitting everything. Yeah, they have the same drive and everything like that, and the
That'd
same
be
push.
interesting to see.
her voice is going to be different because she's,
Well, obviously,
not
yeah.
a 70-year-old man. you know.
Yeah.
But she does a really good job. Like they're really cool.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that. Yeah. But yeah, there's been a lot of them.
I was in a Misfits tribute band for like 1 year, for one season, called
were you
138.
were you Danzig?
No, I was the drummer.
Oh,
Which
well, yeah, that makes sense.
because I play drums, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, our Glenn Danzig, was this friend of mine, who's a black guy, but
I
for
could see that.
his voice is like he's a better Danzig than Danzig. Like,
I've had a lot of people tell me, it's like, you should do karaoke. You should do Danzig songs. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. It's like, it's not that I don't dislike Danzig. It's just musically, that's not me. That's not what I want to do. It's like there's not many voices out there that I could do.
You
karaoke
typo.
to. Yeah.
Crash Test
Crash
Dummies.
Test Dummies.
Come on, you can do the song.
Like if I just leave my mouth closed when I talk, I could do some Eddie Vedder. Just yeah, it wouldn't be that bad. What
Which one's Eddie Vedder?
from Pearl
Pearl
Jam?
Jam.
Oh, so Dark Matter.
Yeah, Dark Matter. Oh, that song still cracks me up because they're living into the trope of like they used to get made fun of in the '90s so much. I mean, even Weird Al made a song about these marbles in my mouth, making fun of Eddie Vedder, singing like he just had a mouthful of food when he sang, and yeah, so there was this big thing about it, and now they're like living up to it. Eddie Vedder can't sing anymore. I mean, he had a pretty good voice when he started out, like back in like
his voice wasn't.
It's not. It doesn't fit the music anymore. It
Right.
used to, but like the music has changed, and it's just I don't know. But they have gone back more like. I think his voice peaked around maybe No Code Yield album era there, and then just kind of went downhill after Binaural, and just I don't know. But this latest song that they released, the Dark Matter, it's like Dark Matter is the only words that you can understand in the song. And it's
Dark Matter.
Dark Matter. Yeah, okay.
It's
That's
like
why they
Michael
named it Dark
McDonald
Matter.
kind of becoming a parody of himself after a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Michael McDonald, yeah, that's a big one. But I got to throw this over to Daniel. I got to do Daniel's little bullshit that I've promised him that he can do since.
Let him out of the closet.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad about leaving him out there wherever I left at the old house. Yeah, I couldn't even remember where I left him, but I'll turn this over to Daniel really quick, and he can do whatever it is that he's gonna do because I never know anymore. Because I'm not getting rid of Jack's double snacks. I'm just gonna have him do some other things because I'm kind of running out of mishmash songs right now. So I haven't really had time to listen to music a whole lot and put two and two together lately. So yeah, we'll have more Jack's Double Snacks in the future, but as of right now, Daniel's just doing what Daniel does. So take it away, Daniel.
Hello, everyone. Daniel here. Jack has been agreeable enough to let me out of my room again today. He's given me access to streaming services, so I've watched a lot of tele as of late, and I must say there is not much worth watching. So, I am reminded of the greatest TV show ever, the one that got me through the darkest period of my life. Shortly after my hamster committed suicide, I was driven into a deep depression. The loss of your closest and dearest friend will always do that. This depression drove me to many days lazing away on the sofa, stewing in my thoughts of all the memories of him on his squeaky little wheel. One day I turned the TV on, and a show changed my life forever. I'm of course talking about the amazing Saved by the Bell. In episode 2, which originally aired in August of 1989, Lisa borrows her father's credit card for an exorbitant purchase, and she fears her dad will never forgive her for it. Wow, what will she do? How will she get out of that pickle? I sure hope it all ends up fine. I'm sure it was, and wrapped up in 20 minutes. A reviewer had this to say about it on IMDb. I understand that Lisa's dad gave her a credit card and thought he could trust her, but she overdid it. Now I myself have a credit card that my mom gave me. Now, like Lisa, I learned my lesson about having a credit card privilege and being very cautious about using it. Unlike her, I don't think it's a good idea to deny the charges at all. Well, there you have it. Not only is it entertaining, it's educational as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget about me. This has been Daniel. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Daniel. You're really pushing my limits here, Daniel. Like, I'm not sure if I'm just going to keep having you do this. If you're just going to talk about Saved by the Bell all the time, I don't know.
I don't know. It got him through his terrible hamster times, apparently.
I mean, his hamster committed suicide.
Don't all hamsters?
I don't know. They don't. I guess they don't die from natural causes. They just. Yeah. I mean, if I had to live in a cage my entire life, spontaneously combust. Just poof. Hamster ash. Not ass. I didn't say ass.
I know. I know. It was funny.
Hamster ash.
Yeah,
The
I know.
ashy hamster.
Is that what our hamster was?
There was some truth. No, I can't speak of that because then people will find out that Daniel's not a real person. We can't have that.
Oh,
We
sorry.
can't have that at all.
Don't say anything about it on your podcast.
I know, man. I'm going to have to edit that out. People are going to find out the truth. But yeah, thanks, Daniel.
Very aggressive on the telly.
Yeah. For being somebody from the British Isles, you sure don't know how to pronounce telly. And yeah. Way to go, Daniel.
Emotions.
Screwed that one up. But yeah. So yeah. Well, I don't even know. I don't even know. Way to go, Daniel.
So, what is Saved by the Bell? This is the second time he's brought it up.
Oh, it's only the greatest TV show of all time, according to him. He's just apparently waxing nostalgic with this show lately. I don't know. He's an old man. He can't help it.
He should talk about the It Crowd.
The It Crowd. It's more up his alley, I suppose.
I like the It Crowd.
Maybe he will. You never know. I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what he's bringing to the table anymore. He just wants to do his own thing. I think he ought to just have his own show. Really. I'd
And if
listen
he
to it.
talks about the It Crowd, he has to talk about how Jen changed her hair in the second season. And now it doesn't match the opening theme.
Yeah, they should change the opening theme. A lot of TV shows do that, though.
It bothered me, though.
Like The Simpsons.
Simpsons is fine. Simpsons.
Simpsons has had like the same intro for 30-something years now.
Mm-hmm.
They just updated the characters just a little bit, slowly over time, so that they didn't look like the weird characters from the Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah, there was what was
They're
it?
weird looking.
I mean, half of the voice cast is from the old Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah. So, it happens. It happens, people. You're just
But
gonna.
Moss looks the same.
He still does,
Okay.
like to this day.
And what's the Irish guy? What's his name?
I don't remember.
In the show, Willie?
Is it Willie?
No. Didn't
No,
sound right.
no. You're thinking of The Simpsons still.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about the It Crowd.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, see, he's going to be of no help.
I can be of let's help. Let's.
You're making it worse.
I have to look this up. It's bothering me.
Yeah, you look that up. In the meantime, we're going to move on to the greatest guitar solo of all time because we're already pushing an hour here on the show, so we got to really get a move on here. I spent too long talking about a story that I didn't even finish, and I don't even remember what it was.
It's Roy.
Roy. Yes, Roy. Where'd my Spotify go?
I don't know.
So we've got Maggot Brain from Funkadelic going up against Fiery Gun Hand by the Cardiacs. I haven't heard the Cardiac song, so this is going to be the first time I've heard this one. But I've heard Maggot Brain before, and that's a good one. But it's really long. So once again, be prepared, everybody out there. And like if you don't want to listen to the songs, now's a good time to either just fast forward it, or if you just want it playing in the background, go write a book. Maybe if you live in one of the northern states, drive to one of the southern states. Just you're gonna have that amount of time here in the next quarter century of your life. But yeah, here's
It takes a quarter century to drive from the north to the south.
It's gonna feel like that. But here's Maggot Brain by Funkadelic.
Mother Earth is pregnant for the third time, for y'all have knocked her up. I have tasted the maggots in the mind of the universe. I was not offended, for I knew I had to rise above it all, or drown in my own shit.
And welcome back from that 15 plus minutes of
Sound.
good Lord. All right, so that was quite possibly one of the most eccentric guitar solos I've ever heard in my life. What I would imagine, and the only thing that could run through my head during that, listening to that Cardiac song, was if Rush did LSD. And that's basically how I could sum that one up. But then speaking of LSD, you then had the song before that, which was Funkadelic with Maggot Brain. And that song was pretty much written on LSD. It was George Clinton.
That song was all
wanted
the
it.
LSD.
Yeah. So, yeah.
They went to other people's studios and took their LSD.
Yeah, they gathered up all the LSD from the streets and just made that song. So, interesting matchup. I would have to give it to the second one because I've never heard a solo like that in my life. The Cardiacs are going to take that one from me. Because that was a very interesting solo. The tonality, the scales were just, I'd never heard anything like that.
Yeah, Cardiacs are an absolutely insane band.
That sounds like.
Like
It sounds like they need to be committed.
From album to album, they kind of change, and not just like the way like bands evolve. Like they're like, okay, in this album they're still Cardiacs. Like they still have this weird. I don't know, for some reason, like some of their stuff is almost like it's very English.
Yeah, that's one way to describe it. Yeah, that's for sure.
like that. They're a very English band, and they were
Like I could see the Monty Python
at the
influence
same
in
time
that.
as like Genesis was coming up, and all them, but they were just too weird for that whole crowd.
Yeah, I can see the prog influence, but not. I wouldn't lump it in with prog
Right.
at all. But I can see the influence. I can see the whimsy from it, and that they definitely used a MIDI controller way too much in that one. But that is very interesting. You don't see many bands actually go that full route of running MIDI. So it's interesting. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that one for this, and that wraps up this round of the greatest guitar solo of all time. So get your votes out if you haven't voted yet. I'm gonna leave it open, obviously, until the next episode drops and I start the next bracket. And we'll see who advances. Maybe I'll just do an episode just on who advances. And it'll be kind of a refresher for what we've actually covered so far. So there's been 16 matchups, so 8 of those are going to advance, I guess. No, there's been 16 matchups, so that means 16 of them are going to advance. So we've done 32 different bands, 32 different songs. Well, not 32 different bands, because a couple of them were in there twice. Like
Extreme was in there twice, I think.
Was in there twice, yeah. I think that was the only one.
Nuno deserves that.
He does.
He's that
He
damn
really
good.
does. So I'm pretty sure that one of those Extreme songs is bound to go on to the next round. So it's going to be interesting to see. So get your votes out. Get them out to me wherever you can get them to me. DM me, email me, snackingwithjack@gmail.com. You can go and find me on Instagram. Send me a message there. Facebook Messenger, whatever. Just get me your votes out, and if you hadn't voted on any of the past ones, I will repost a listing or the bracket again here on Instagram probably when this episode is released. So go ahead and get your votes out and get them to me so I can get them all tallied up and totaled out so that we can move on to the next round. So it's going to be exciting. I'm very excited that we finally finished this first round. It's taken a good long time. I think I've been doing this since October, I want to say. And it's taken us this long. It's now July. So it's taken us this long to get this far.
Pepis, how do you feel about it?
Um,
She's speechless.
Speechless.
Speechless. Which
It's
one of those two would you pick? I know that you probably fell asleep during the first one.
I fell asleep a long time ago.
The second one definitely woke you up.
It did. I wasn't expecting that. The second one kind of reminded me of like a Weird Al song.
Yeah,
a little
I
bit.
could see that. Yeah. Right.
But-
Well, which solo? I mean, I know the first song was just all solo. It
But
was all Eddie Hazel.
I'd have to say the first one.
Okay. Oh, you're going against Daddy here. I see. All right. Well, obviously, I think I know which one that you picked.
Oh yeah. I gotta go with cardiacs.
Yeah.
Like I said,
all right.
it's my new mission. Well, it's not my new mission. It's my mission in life to inflict everybody with the cardiacs.
Well, there's been worse
Yeah.
afflictions. The plagues on Egypt is probably one of them.
Right.
Just slightly more than that. But no, it wasn't bad. I mean, I'm voting for that one, so we'll see. But yeah, like I said, everybody get your votes out, get that in, get them into me. Let's wrap this up and get on to the next round. And it's gonna be I'm really excited to see who's gonna advance. So this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be great. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and wrap this show up because of that last segment, I hope nobody was driving listening to that because they probably fell asleep behind the wheel and wrapped their car around a tree. So hopefully that's not the case. I know that my episodes usually put people to sleep anyway just because of my voice.
It gets you the
Literally.
ASMR crowd.
Yeah. So, but yeah, thanks for sticking around. And Tom, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Is there anything that you wanna say to the world or send a plug out there or anything? I mean, I don't know.
I got no plugs.
All right. No
Okay.
strings to hold you down.
Got no
Pepis, what do you got?
Well, I have an Instagram.
Yes, you do. That's a good plug. You actually put a nice little animation up there that you did the other day.
Yeah.
So go
I
check
was
that out.
bored while you were fixing the washer.
Yeah, well that happens.
It's at that Pepis Jones.
Yeah. At
I
that
finally get to
Pepis
say it
Jones.
myself.
You do. Well, normally you don't take that initiative, so I just got to
Well,
do it
it's
for
because
you.
I'm in the middle of saying something. You're like, anyways, and then at that Pepis Jones is what that is, and I'm like, oh,
That's because
okay.
you take too long.
It's not my fault.
And by that point, I'm already ready to be done with the show. So it's like, you know what, just speed it up. But yeah, at that Pepis Jones, if you haven't gotten the chance to go follow her yet, what are you waiting for? She's got some interesting content out there, and I'm sure there's going to be some more coming along here in the future. You're going to have to finish up the second part of that animation. I need to know what happens.
To. See, I can't figure out what to do because the guy is fighting with a pencil. It's stick people. He's fighting with a pencil, and the other guy, I'm like, well, what is he gonna have? He's gotta have like an overpowered weapon, so I'm giving him a fountain pen.
Oh, an assault pencil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So,
Or I
yeah.
should give him a mechanical. No, that's too much to draw.
Yeah, fully automatic pencil.
Mm-hmm.
Well, be prepared for that. Go follow at that Pepis Jones, and if you haven't for some reason followed me, go ahead and go out in there and do that.
Don't
Get
do it.
on all my socials. I'm
follow
out
me.
there. I'm lonely and bored, and come and entertain me, people. No, that's not the case. I'm actually very busy, so if I don't respond to you right away, it's not a slight. So.
I'm bored.
Yeah. Just talk to Pepis. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, I'm on Cameo. Somebody please. I'm getting desperate now. Somebody just hit me up on Cameo and make me do a stupid video. And then the money goes towards charity. So all 100% of it's going to go towards a charity of my choice, either the ASPCA or St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I'm not sure which one yet, but maybe I'll split it up. Who knows? But yeah, check me out on Cameo. Send me something. I don't know, whatever. I'm on TikTok. Go check me out there. It's pretty much the same as my Instagram. So if you're following me on Instagram, it's not much different. So whatever.
Except there's one video of him complaining about Taco Bell.
Yeah, my first TikTok of all time is a complaint. So yeah, you can check that out. There's also I do the goofy, stupid TikTok filter things that everybody does. Every now and then I'll do a stupid one of those, and you know it's interesting. It's fun. I have fun with it, and that's what counts. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening. Tom, thanks for being here. Pepis,
Ooh, sorry.
go to bed. It's been a great show. I had a blast. Tom, we're definitely gonna have to have you on again here in the future. I might do a hair episode again with you, or maybe do a hardcore.
I'm in. You know I'm in for
hardcore
that.
episode would be fun. We'll workshop something. We'll get another good episode out of this in the future. But you know, y'all come on back and join us next time. Thank you. Good night.
We walk the streets at night. We go where eagles dare. They pick up every movement. They pick up every loser. With jaded eyes and features, you think they really care? I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby, baby. An omelet of disease, a witch on noontime meal. A mouth of German sound seducing all your clan. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby, baby. Let's test your threshold of pain. Let's see how long you last. That's I've been in your written bosoms all your past. With jaded eyes and features, you think they really care? Let's go where eagles dare. We'll go where eagles dare. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby.
Dun, 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 dun.